Okay, here we have my nuclear or atomic bomb explosion simulation that I have created, or I got Gemini to create for me in using React. As you can see, it has created everything in a TypeScript file showing the buildings that are in there, the cityscape, the controls of the size of the nuclear blast and the height of it, the actual explosion going out. This is the kind of cool part. As it expands, we have the scene. I'm not sure what the simulation part does. And then we have the trees that actually get burnt out and blow away. So there's quite a lot of code in through all of these. Bring the bomb way down, slightly higher, and we're going to put the time as slow as actual possible so we can see every millisecond. Boom. It didn't work. I think we need a slight, there we go. Slight bit of time as it's going so slowly. You can see it layer by layer pushing out each layer of the skyscrapers, pushing the trees out, burning them as they get hit by the shockwave, moving them out of the city. And then there's not enough power left in that shockwave to move them further as the trees went out. And then with the inner fireball being created, and this would just destroy everything in that center of it. And then we could speed up time now as the damage has been done, and we see the mushroom cloud forming. So, a pretty cool little simulation that I got Gemini to make for us. And if we look at it, we push the detonate button here. You can see the bomb, which is sitting above the city right here. And when we can control the height of that bomb here, so we can make it go at ground level or all the way up in the sky. But we want to get it around here so we can still see the bomb, but also see it explode in the city. And if we push detonate, we can then control the time as it goes up and down to see second by second, millisecond by millisecond, the details of how the explosion would traverse, that shockwave would traverse throughout the city. So here we go, and it's going, whoa. See this first explosion, all these trees were blown down, and we can see this mushroom cloud forming, and we can zoom along, and we have a nice mushroom cloud, which is very cool detail, which I had to tweak quite a few times to get it to actually work. But if we go all the way back, whoa, 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 whoa. And we can go even slower and play and see here as it knocks away the layers of the city. The skyscrapers get blown down and it hits the trees as they get burnt out and blown away. So you can very much go. And that is the first shockwave, that first explosion. The shockwave, and then the fireball is this inner shockwave coming out, whoa, taking over everything, which is pretty cool. So we'll increase the size of the bomb and we'll increase the height, and if we detonate, so now the detonation happened above, and now as you can see with the bigger explosion it hit more of the city, and we have that mushroom cloud forming. And we can increase and see that mushroom cloud. Continuing, resume. And we can increase the speed. So a much bigger bomb will create a bigger mushroom cloud. And that is pretty cool, if you ask me. That is able to simulate this whole situation. And if we refresh this whole thing, we can then try to do a very small bomb and put it right at ground level, as you can see there, and watch the explosion happen again. So a much smaller one right in the center. And the shockwave still went and burnt everything out, but way less buildings were actually blown up on this tiny thing, and we can increase this time. As you can see, hardly any buildings were actually knocked down in this case. And it was not powerful enough to actually create a mushroom cloud, just smoke around here. So let's do that one more time with the standard settings, just to really get you to see it going. It's just pretty cool to see that those buildings flying off. And we can go back to the start. Oh. No, you have to refresh the whole thing. That refresh is not working correctly, but a minor bug there in it. And one more time. Wow. It is very cool. If we go back in time, watch those. These buildings flying out. Wow. And a mushroom cloud being formed.